Hey Stefan, thanks for your questions. I appreciate you liked the post and you found it useful from TradingView. I've got your questions. Yes, they are very natural and they are nice. They are nice to think about. So these are your questions. And yes, so for Euro USD, first of all, definitely this is an example of a bullish market, bullish on weekly. Basically mitigated everything on weekly, just have some small unmitigated portions here. So from weekly, the only thing that we kind of don't like here is that we are already after the break pretty much like long time, so long time after the break. So imagine if we were here somewhere and had the same daily shifts, so we had so much more space to move in the weekly. But still, even with this, the market can just continue and print new weekly candles like it did here, or maybe something here, or maybe here. So this place reminds me this one. So we have a break, one candle, and then many new candles to the upside. So yes, definitely the market is bullish. Yes, agree with you. So this is just an intro. I will soon answer your questions like specifically. Yes, I like this chain as well. So we have this bullishness, this reaccumulation, and now new breaks that are basically mitigating each other at some places, so building this chain, and we definitely can expect this continuation or this one. So a bullish market now. How can I know if it will tap deeper? So there are several things that you can consider. So first of all, of course, you need to consider overall context of the market. So overall context, which includes everything we discussed before. So at this point, for instance, this impulse is really clear. The zone is clear. So basically, this is a high quality range, and we don't have anything below it. Yeah, you see. So imagine that that this was one range. So all this move is one range. And we clearly see that there is something unmitigated here. So in this case, like more chances that the price will go a bit deeper. Okay, so first of all, this is like thinking about everything in the market, thinking about like the zones and so on and so on. So based only on this, based on context, I expect this to hold, even from this step. Now, second, you need to understand that the fact of a tap in the zone, the fact of a tap is a confirmation in itself. Why so? Why so? Because we understand that this is how the market moves. So after this step, the orders become mitigated here. And basically, we don't want the market to go below here. So this is already a valid entry without anything. Okay. Then, of course, we can add more layers of confirmation to have more probable entries. And this is what you can consider next one. Third, see how the price behaves. So see how the price behaves in the zone. And what do I mean by that? You see, we are already seeing some kind of stoppage. If we see, so let me quickly see if we have any break in market right now. So we don't. So we don't have. I don't have a quick example for you, but just imagine that you are watching this market, and the price is just falling. You know, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Something like here. Something like here. So imagine you are watching this zone, and now you are watching this candle. So this candle, when it was developing, it was moving like this, like tick 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 tick, just down 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 down, just one down move. And when it's happening, how do you think? Is there more chances that this will fall even lower, or there is more chances that it will just reverse and bam to your take profit. So in many cases, if you see a strong impulse still going on in your zone, it means that it probably wants to go even lower. But in this case, you see there is already some kind of a stoppage. Even if you don't want to go to lower time frames, you already have a small bounce here. So this is another thing that you can do while watching the price. And then of course you want to consider the size of your zone. So this zone is basically pretty small, but you can make it even smaller. So you can take 50%, or you can just go and refine maybe to something here on 4 hours. So in these cases, when you refine a zone, you basically make your points of invalidation smaller. But yeah, basically that's not a part of your question. So yeah, if we have this zone, but imagine basically this zone is not only this is the root of the move. So we are already tapping into it. And this brings me to the first point. So you see, yes, we have a bigger zone, but now the question, will we tap even further? And in this case, because I see this clear zone, I think that it will tap lower, you see, in this, and maybe even play inside the zone. But even with that, the entry just straight from here would be okay in this situation. Now, next point. Since you are trading higher time frames, it would be really useful to you to learn to read fractal structure and insight structure, and have this confirmation of fakey that we described a bit. So fractal structure, what is fractal structure? It's basically what is happening between the candles, you see. So imagine that now the price will create something like this. So, and not even like with this kind of bullishness, but just some kind of fractal break, something that you showed in your video. So this will be already a better confirmation compared to just a simple tap. And then come back to this last session that we had and rewatch a bit about this fakey candle. But you can go even deeper. So a fakey candle would be this one, for instance. So you can use this indicator. It will show you, yeah, there's a candle went below this and close here. And what you have here is you can enter on the closing of this candle, not even waiting for this break. So for higher time frames, it's like pretty important because this is half a day. Yeah, you are saving yourself half a day. And how to use this candle, why we can use it? Because we understand that on lower time frames, what is happening here is some kind of accumulation and then a breakup. So this is what is happening here. And this is a really nice pattern. But how can you make it even deeper context? You can use something like this. You can use a fractal fake. So what it means is that you will have 3 candles. Let's take a look at this situation. You have a candle with its body and a wick. Now this one goes below it and closes below it. But now next candle starts to go up, but never like reaches below this candle. And what is happening? You technically are not having this fakey candle. But if you combine these 2 candles with this range, now you can see that the price returned to this first initial candle, you see. So if you combine and if you see it on a fractal basis, you basically have a fractal fakey candle. Yeah, so this is a basic fractal candle, and then you can enter either when the price comes back to the range of this previous candle, not this previous, but this previous candle, or maybe goes above the candle close or something like this. So now I'm talking about different variations that should be tested. And if you are interested, we can talk through it on this bonus session that you still have. But this is already a good variation for confirming, not waiting for a candle break. Because if you will wait for a candle break, then basically you can wait 2 days until you will have some feasible break. So that's why you need to learn how to read structure fractally. Of course, this is not what we discussed in details on our sessions, but this is the time where I basically give you some details and we can discuss it. Or of course, another really good option is just to wait for some time for a build up of inside any kind of inside structure, something that you showed before. Yeah, so I think maybe this will go for a start. And again, rewatch backtesting video, watch my weekly recaps. You will see a lot about context there. You will see how I filter out the zones, so how I think it will go lower or higher. Should it tap lower or not? Because you need to understand this question is not an easy one to answer. Because if you know for sure if it will go deeper or not go deeper, for instance, if you know for sure that it will not go deeper, then you can put your stop loss like really small and you have 1 to 10 easily. But this is a question which is really deep and really not easy. So these are starting points. Now you can rewatch, test a bit this triple M or fakey. So this is the indicator. You can start using it, especially on higher time frames. This is, again, I want to emphasize that this is a really good instrument for you to use this fractal structure, fractal fakies, and so on. Yeah, and work on it. Now this one is really easy. So second question is really easy. If you have any kind of reaction from a good zone, of course you are good to go. Of course you are good to go and enter on fractal structure. So this situation that you show me here is, as you can see, this is basically a fractal structure building. So you have a break and a tap and so on. So this is really nice. You can even enter already here, because you will have some fakies here like this one, or you can even see inside, you see a breakdown, a small pullback and a break, and now the price is here or breaking this, so you already can have one attempt to enter. So this rule, what I have for structural breaks, it's more applicable to lower time frames because it will happen like really fast and really a lot. But on higher time frames, if you will miss this break, basically you will need to wait for 2 weeks now for the new setup. So that's why you will need to develop instruments to step in the market a bit earlier. For instance, here, yeah, we have a tap, and you see the price didn't fall through the zone. It started some slowing down, so it's already a plus to your confirmation. Then here with this real small candle, this one, it showed you what? A fakey. So it went below and closed in the range of previous candle. So this is a fake, and then it created a fractal move and a pullback. So maybe this is where you can enter, or even here on the basis of a break. Yeah, so in order to not extend this video for like a full-scale lesson, I think that's enough for the start. Yeah, I think that's enough for the start. And now let me know if it helps, if it makes sense. And later, when you will test a bit more, when you will see my videos, weekly recaps more, send me new questions, send me your commentaries and so on. Okay, bye.